Hey everyone, how you doing? Today, we're going to be defining a language that we can use to create these holes. Courses maybe. It depends. Might have like a course that holds a hole, holds the ball, holds the walls, some kind of. I'll need to return something from this that creates this. So let's see what I got. Obviously, I'll need a new file, and I'll have to call it. Let's just call it course, right? Course is not the term that I want. Let's let's figure it out. Other names for a hole in golf. Okay, yeah, I'll call it the cup. So instead of hole here, I'll call it a cup. Right? Cup. Cup. And cup. Cup here. Cup here. And we are refactored. Factored to cup. So now we have a hole. And the hole consists of a ball, right? A cup, which I'm also, using a ball for, which might be a little weird, and the walls, which is a vector of wall. So let's see where this fails. I probably need to import some stuff. Oh, mono. Excuse me. All 4-letter words. Look at that. There we go. Now we're talking. Use create ball. Use create wall. Now we're good to go. So now we need to enable this. Function from file. It's like that. Or is it like capital self? It's capital self. So we're going to need to read in a file from this. Read and parse a file, basically, using this. So let's come up with something that I want to folder resources. Just rename it to res because we're cool, right? Hole 1 dot hole. Test that hole. Okay, so say ball starts at, what do I do in main? 300, 100, no, 300, 500, And the cup is at what's lowercase because I'm not crazy. Ball, cup, 300, 100. Okay, let's have a wall here of 200, 400 to 400, 400. Another wall of 200, 200 and 200, 400. Okay, that's what these are going to look like. Define where the ball is, define where the cup is, and define the walls. That's all that really needs to be. So let's keep it simple like that. So, how we're going to do this is we need to read a file. It's not the easiest in Rust, but we can get this. Read lines. This might be a reasonable first attempt for beginner's first implementation of reading lines from a file. Okay, so it's telling me this is super easy to do, super simple. Don't do this because you are a noob who doesn't know how to program if you do that. So let's do it differently. Whatever, I'll just copy paste it. Right? Five to 8. Okay. So let's see how this works out. File name instead of file name here. And now we need to pass in this stuff path. Sure, why not? This is gonna be quick. I'm already getting sick of this project, I'm not gonna lie. I have a much bigger project that I want to start in, that I have planned, and I think well, I know for a fact I'm not going to use Rust for it. I'm gonna use a different language. I think Rust has its uses, but in terms of just general programming for everyday stuff, I think there's too much going on. It's too difficult. It's not easy enough to just get things done in this language, which is what I want. I want to just be able to get things done. Okay. So, what do we do here? Yeah, this whole consumes the iterator, returns an optional string. Yeah, okay. So, I need to pass in the file name. So I need to do Rust get argv. Really? Standard environment. I remember doing this. Use standard environment. And then I need to do let args vec of string. Okay. That's what that looks like. So this is a string. I need to do let. It's gonna be mutable. Mute whole. I don't need to type it. Whole from file. And file name is going to be args1. What's the rest of the cert? It's just the cert. Exclamation point. There we go. He's great. Whole. File name not found in the scope. What are you talking about? Oh. Oops. I almost did it again. I program Java in my day job, so I'm used to doing type variable name, right? And I come from a C++ and C background, which is type variable name. So that like all the new languages now do name type, which is a little weird, and to me it seems backwards. But You know, it's just something to get used to. World's changing, you gotta change with it. Whatever, I'll clone him. It's one clone, it's not gonna kill me. I can clone all over the place, he's gonna be fine. Okay, that works. Let's print the lines. Let's actually try to see this run. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crash out. Just to crash out here. This is a little crazy. Yep. Threat caused panic, aborting. Holy cow, that's insane. Panic in a function that cannot unwind. Assertion failed with args.lang. I can't just like... Hold on. I can't assert in main. Whatever. Just return there. It's probably like, whoa, you have a ton of dead code, which is true. I actually didn't even catch all the dead code. For such a grand compiler that Rust claims to be, you'd think it would catch the dead code all past here, but that's fine. This is gonna explode, yeah. Let's not assert. If args.len not equal to line invalid usage must supply whole file to create pull from. That's what it looks like. That dude didn't use a semicolon, is that correct? That's correct, you don't use semicolon for this. So now if I just run, it's gonna say invalid usage. Okay. I'm gonna come out to. Oops. Yeah, it came out to 1. Okay. So let's go on. Need whole, return. I think I need to do cargo run dash dash. That's how I like do input stuff, right? Dash dash, yep. Okay. Dash dash is gonna be res slash test.whole. Whoa. Nice, it worked. Okay. So for line. Let's trim it, first of all. was the line? Buff reader file. So this is a yeah, this is crazy. This is why people are like, what the hell is this syntax? It's because of this. So we just print the line. But what is the type of line? Assumes the reader returns an optional string. Returns a string. Okay. So Rust trim string. There's stir. Rust standard library is not about elegance, but about correctness and efficiency. Whatever. This is why, I don't know. I'm having a change of heart with this language. There's definitely use cases for it, but at this point I'm kind of just trying to get through this project. Which is a little sad. That's how it goes. Not everything's the perfect tool. Maybe this was just the wrong tool for the job. And that's really all it is. Maybe it's just the wrong tool for the job. And that's fine. Let's keep going. Okay, so what is a string? Let trimmed equal line dot trim. Trimmed 0. Didn't. Is there a string starts with? Starts with is like a real thing. Okay. If trimmed that starts with ball. Let's check them on the right paths though. Nope. Okay. Oops. Starts with ball. I still am. Starts with ball. How do I split a string in Rust? String 1 of 3, have to use split. Right. Use split. Okay. This gives an iterator, which you can loop over or collect to a vector. This gives an iterator. Nice. Well, I know what it is, so I don't need to actually. Let ball info equals trimmed dot split and split it on spaces. You know, I will say though that string manipulation in Rust is pretty nice to work with. I understand it's a pretty expensive operation to do anyway, but for being considered a lower level language, it has pretty nice string operations. So what I need to do here is I need to do ball dot, what is even my thing? Pause, yep. Dot x equal to all info 1 as f32. Let's check that. Cannot index into iterator. Dot collect. That's what I actually want. Casting is invalid. Okay. 2. Parse f32. It's a function, right? It's a function. It's like this. Okay. Expect reason. Yeah, that's cool. You know what? Let's get rid of this, get rid of that, make it a new ball. This is gonna happen at one time, so it's okay. And that's it. That's all I need for ball range. And radius. I don't think I can set anything to null. There's no null. It could be option, but I definitely don't want that. Maybe I do want that, but I don't want to have to deal with it. You know. So if this starts with cup info equals, not split in spaces, basically the same thing. Rename it with cup info. And this is cup radius. I do trimmed. Starts with wall. This will be a little different, but basically the same. Okay. So let's start with unset radius and then, yeah, if I'm going down here. What was assert with error message? There we go. File not defined in file. Okay, that's all we gotta do there. Expect parse x1 bubble. So let's copy this. We need it a couple more times. Bop, bop, bop. And this is y1. This is x2. This is y2. Y1, x2, y2. And then you do wall. That's right. Wall is defined as 2 vectors. So that means I need to do walls dot add push, excuse me, wall new, vec2 new x1 y1, vec2 new x2 y2. There's no walls, that's okay. How far did I get? Not very. What's going on here? What was that? did I save that from? That's weird. Okay. Good to go. Oh no, it does tell me. I was complaining that it doesn't. It does tell me. Unreachable statement. Okay. So I think we're good to go there. And then now let's just run everything through hole. Right? So everywhere that I had golf ball, I need to do hole dot ball. I need to replace with hole dot ball. Just everywhere. Everywhere that I had hole, no, everywhere that I had cup. Thank goodness I renamed it cup. I replace it with hole dot cup, which looks good to me. Everywhere that I had walls, I replace with hole dot walls. Okay. This is gonna, that's gonna pop. Yep, okay. Valid usage. I don't need to return anymore. This doesn't need to be. Saved me, right? Okay, so let's see what we're looking at. Right, if I run it, it's gonna say not using it right. Dash dash res slash test that hole. Okay. So the walls starts with wall. Trimmed starts with wall. Creating wall. I already know why it's broken. Creating cup. Creating ball. This is already broken. There we go. I should throw some. I'll throw some asserts in there just to make sure it helps me later. Assert ball info dot length is equal to 3. Valid usage expected ball x y. Right. It's gotta be placed under the, okay. Assert cup info length is equal to 3 as well. Valid usage. Expected cup XY. Here we go. Boom. So this needs to be equal to 5 actually. Nice. Let's check it out. There we go. We have our new language. We could add a wall, no problem. So let's actually, now that we have this, that wasn't too bad, right? Now that we have this stuff, let's define this. Let's make like an actual hole. Something that looks like a hole. So I like what these are, but these need to be moved. Let's take a look. To the left. Take it back now, yeah. I'm just kidding. It's kind of just like a really tall one. Let's make it move to the left a little bit. So wall, define a 100, 100, and then is 400 good? 400 is not good. All the way down there. No, 400's down here. Let's make it at like, what's the cup at? Cup's at 100. Let's make it like 50. So move that left. What's my game size? 600, 600. So 100 to 500, right? Because it is pretty long already. Let's see what that looks like. That's pretty good. Looks good. Did I mess this up? Yeah, I messed this up. Slanted walls don't exist because I'm probably never going to get to them. Truth of the matter. I just won't. So let's make the next horizontal wall. And let's check them out again. So that's all because the Y is at 50. My ball is at 550. So let's do 550. And then let's check it out. That looks pretty good. And then if I could just draw the vertical ones, that should be fine. So the X is 100, correct. This goes at 50. And this will go to 550. Oh, sorry, excuse me. This is gonna be 100. And this will go to 550. I should be able to copy this. Boom, boom. And instead of that, I'm going to be doing, the X is going to be 500. And I should have, I have my hole. Bounce off it. I can go around, shoot past the wall. And it's in the hole. So that's I think that's where I'm going to stop tonight. That was a pretty good session. All right. Let's commit them. What am I going to say for this? Created whole language. Cool. So I finished my whole language. Next time, so I'm a little split. I think the editor might fall out into nothingness. It might just not happen at all. But I'm gonna be doing simulate next time. It's gonna be cool. Basically, we're gonna shoot 1,000 balls, give or take, like 900. So we're gonna shoot anywhere from like about, well, it's 600 by 600 if I do every 10 steps. It'd be like 60. Anywhere from 60 to 6,000 balls at the hole and see how far they land. How far they land from it. Ball stops either by falling into the hole or from friction. What are we going to do? We are going to mark its distance from the hole. Convert that distance into an RGB value spectrum value on the color spectrum where red is far away, violet is very close, white is in the hole. And then we can multi-thread it. This would be good to see Rust's multi-threading capabilities. People say this language is really good for multi-threading. I guess we'll see. But yeah, the editor, this is just a note. Getting a little sick of this project. I want to start doing lower level stuff. More closer to the hardware. Maybe things. File types and formats. I don't know. Maybe write an emulator. I don't really know. Format. Let's put that up here. format and I guess the how often these videos are uploaded will likely change. I like to code on my own time, you know. I feel like when I record, and code at the same time, I am rushed to a solution. You know, I don't spend as much time on something as I should. And besides, most programming is done away from the keyboard. I basically already figured all this out, and I just need to spend the time to type it out. So you aren't really even getting an idea of like my thought process, because I'm already like, oh, I know it needs to be this and I know it needs to be that. So I'm thinking I might change something. Maybe after a project, I will make a highlight video instead. Or maybe intermittent highlight videos as I work on things. Think maybe excuse me, I sneezed. Think maybe like, you know, 15 to 30 minute videos instead of just on larger ideas rather than just a recording of me coding. I'm not even say that part out loud. All right. Okay, that's a little bit of what's coming and what's happening. So yeah, next time we'll write the simulate package, which now that we have this language, it's going to be really easy to set up different holes. I think if I was going to make an editor, or if I was going to make like an 18 hole course, I would just make them I would make 18 holes in the editor, and then we could launch it through the simulator and see what they come out to be, you know? So that would be cool. But I don't think I want to spend the time to do that. I think I want to kind of wrap up the simulating part and then move on to the next thing. Maybe I'll come back. Don't expect it though. But yeah, other than that, thanks for joining, and I will see you next time.